After discussing some of the features of Medline, let's now tackle searching a foreground question in Medline. Remember, we are using Medline or medical databases for mesh searching. We do have two types of databases. As you recall, the keyword database, which gives me the mentioning, the dumb, silly, irrelevant search, versus the mesh or controlled vocab databases. In this case, let's discuss Medline, in which the keyword, the controlled vocab is the mesh, which is the relevant, talking about indexing. In the keyword searching, I'm allowed to do keyword searching strategy. In the mesh database, I'm allowed to do mesh database searching, which is the right way to go about things, and keyword searching made less dumb. Only when the mesh does not work out for me, or of course when I'm using systematic reviews, or when I'm applying systematic reviews, or when I don't find enough results. So let's go about looking up mesh searching for foreground questions, because in a background question, all we need to do is one concept. Now, foreground questions, we're tackling at least two concepts. So we have to break down the topic into concepts, search each concept alone for its mesh, then combine the concepts using Boolean operators. Let's have the topic of nutrition disorders in Arab countries. How many concepts do I have in this topic? I have two concepts. Nutrition disorder is one concept, and then Arab countries is another concept. How do I find Medline and where to go about it? In SML's main webpage, you may find Medline in the frequently used databases. Here. Or under the list of databases, or in the tools for physicians looking up articles, or EBM. So let's go about it from here. All the databases are accessible on and off campus, so when you're off campus, you're asked to give your credentials, just like now. So many databases come to me, or resources in Ovid. Which one do I choose? I don't touch the first three, they are browsing through. So I can go about it either from this one through this one. And actually, there are even more here. Ovid Medline, everything Ovid Medline. Okay. Which one do I select? All of them are indexing the same number of journals. However, the dates differ. The first one is the most comprehensive one. It has the larger date range. So I can go about it by selecting the box and then clicking OK, or simply clicking on the hyperlink directly. Remember, we're searching for mesh searching, the right, the relevant, the smart way of looking into things. So now, how do I come here? Do I just type in nutrition disorders and Arab countries? You think this is the right way to search? Definitely I have more than 50 articles talking about this. Oh, I can see here keyword when I'm telling you to look for meshes. Why is that? I didn't lose my head yet. I still realized completely what I told you. I want you to look up for mesh searching because I'm teaching you how to look for mesh searching the right way, the relevant way to search. It's true that the keyword is here selected. However, the map term to subject heading is by default selected here as well. So whatever you key in as synonym, it will be automatically mapped to the keywords, to the mesh, sorry. So when I type the two concepts together, I found only 50 articles because I didn't break down the topic into concept and look up each concept alone. So I have to look up each concept alone, starting with nutrition disorders. And now I click enter or search. I will always get the keywords and I will get something hyperlinked. What is this hyperlinked? And you can see I have the first column to be explode and the focus. These are the features of what we learned in the previous videos. When I come to click on the nutrition disorders, which is hyperlinked, I get the mesh tree of nutrition disorders. Where is it? I scroll down until I see it lit in blue. Wow! So now I can see the mesh tree of nutrition disorders. It is part of the nutritional and metabolic diseases mesh tree, and it also contains narrower meshes to it like child nutrition disorders, hypervitaminosis A, overnutrition, malnutrition, wasting syndrome until here. And also there are further meshes if I click on the plus of the following meshes. What did we tackle, or what did we say about the wow of the medical databases is that I have to explode. So when I explode, I'm going to be selecting all the articles that are talking about nutrition disorders as the broad mesh or any of the narrower meshes. So I'm adding in terms of plussing, but actually in the Boolean terms, I'm ORing. So if I explode nutrition disorders, what's the following step, you think? I don't want to focus at this stage. I want to show you the difference when I select focus and when I don't select the focus in such a database, in such a mesh. The next step is, remember, the subheadings. Didn't I tell you that each disease or all the diseases have the list of subheadings, which is this one? All the diseases have this list of subheadings. Was my topic prevention and control of nutrition disorders in Arab countries, or was it in general? It didn't have any stop word or any, not stop word, buzzword like effect, like use, like utilization, like prevention. It was just simply general nutrition disorders in Arab countries. Hence, I will click include all subheadings or not click it. It's the same thing for me. Whether I click it or not, it's as if I'm selecting all the subheadings of nutrition disorders. Then I click continue. And by that, I will be having my first concept meshed. To remind me of what I have done in the search, Medline gives me some syntax. So EXP stands for the explode. The backslash stands for the mesh, which means I have exploded this mesh. I don't want this. I was just showing you that this is a wrong way to go about things. So I click on this subset and then I click remove. This is the first concept of my topic searched. Let me do it again, once again. Focus this time. Knowing that I want to explode it because already I have went into the mesh tree, I will click on explode and focus. Remember, the first column is explode and the second column is focus. Because I know that I'm going to be selecting all the subheadings and to save time on me to click on continue. Remember, I'm also teaching you how to be efficient in time. I can go here, include all subheadings and then continue. So the number has decreased from 349,906 till 252,281 when I have focused the mesh nutrition disorders. As you can see, the asterisk just before the mesh term indicates for me that I have focused this mesh. This is another syntax that shows me or tells me, you have done a focusing for this mesh here. Coming to the second concept, which is the Arab countries. If I type in Arabs, for me, just for the sake of being fast, So Arab, supposedly, I should have all the Arab countries underneath it. I click on the hyperlink and I scroll down until I see it blue in color, which indicates this is the mesh that I have selected. However, I cannot see any countries underneath it. Why is that? When I don't know why, I always come to the eye icon or the eye information or the scope of the mesh, which gives me a definition of the mesh and other related meshes and some keywords set by the author. If you look into the scope or the definition, you'll find out that it's the members of Semitic people inhabiting the Arabian Peninsula or other countries in the Middle East and North Africa. So it's not actually about the countries, is it? So I have to look up another synonym that tells me this is the mesh of Arab countries. Instead of me clicking back, I simply click on search to return to the home page. Guys, you have to be cautious not to leave this for more than 30 minutes or unattended. Your session will be locked for privacy purposes. It used to be 15, but I asked Medline people to extend it to 30. If this happens and you get locked or you lose your session, just go back, copy the sets into a Word document to redo them again. So other than Arabs, let me try Arab world. Let's check for the mesh tree, clicking on the hyperlink mesh term that it has mapped me to. Arab world, again I cannot find any countries, so if I click again on the eye icon, it's a historical and cultural entity dispersed across so it's again not the countries listed. So I click search again rather than me clicking back to try to look up now Arab countries. This way probably I will have the countries listed. Arab, I lost the B. There's no same mesh as Arab countries. However, there's something that lights, that's highlighting for me, that's twinkling, which is the Middle East. If I click there on the hyperlinked mesh and scroll down until I see it blue, now I can find some Arab countries that are in the Middle East. How to go about it from here? I can either explode Middle East and then combine it with nutrition disorders and then manually remove all the articles that are talking about Iran, Turkey, and Israel, and Afghanistan. Or I can come and select the countries myself. So I select Yemen, United Arab Emirates, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, Lebanon, Kuwait, Jordan, Iraq. Palestine is not there, so I account for it by keyword searching. Iran, no. Bahrain, no. And Afghanistan, no. The question remains, would I keep Middle East or would I remove it as a mesh? So it's as if you recall back to the mesh tree of the Instagram, if I want Leah, I would select Leah and my father, if my father is relevant to her. Seeing that more than 75% of the meshes underneath it are included, I would select Middle East. It's the same as selecting talking about hypertension in males, not females. I'll be losing articles that are talking about Arab countries in the Middle East, so I would keep it. Then I'll click continue. The continuation will be in the coming video.